Let's go. Good morning. Welcome to ESA Stream 2. Hope you're having a fantastic morning so far. My morning's about to get even more fantastic because I'm here with duncte123.
What's the current time, by the way?
Current time?
Yeah. It's 1 a.m.
1 a.m., correct. Yes. So welcome to this 1 a.m. stream where duncte123 is going to be taking us through the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yes. While I quickly adjust some settings. That's close enough. Because for speedrun rules, we have to like reset all of our settings before we start. And this thing is being a little annoying. There we go, that should be good. Okay, I think I'm ready to start. Welcome everyone to the Stanley Parable. If you don't know what it is, don't worry about it. You'll learn. You'll learn as we go, just like me. Are we ready on time? Then let's kick this off in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Load, please. There we go. So yeah, this is the Stanley Parable. We're just at an office. And as you can see, the narrator is just taking it over for me.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
You know what, let's just follow the narrator for now. We're going to go to the meeting room. Because maybe that is where all of our coworkers are. All of our coworkers are gone. We just need to find them. And then go into a super cool action fighting scene. To defeat the final boss, which is, of course, the narrator.
There was not a single person here,
but they're not here, so... Maybe the narrator's not talking the truth, so we're gonna go down.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Maybe they're down here, and... the narrator said butts, by the way. Haha, very funny. Anyway, welcome to the Stanley Parable, everyone. Nothing happened, of course.
Stanley decided to
right, what we're doing right now is just some random endings. We either need to do 2 or 3, depending if I'm doing the routing correctly. And then we're gonna get some very cool unlockables. Do you know what it is?
Unlockables?
Yes, unlockables.
I'm excited.
I know, right? They are very heavy, you know?
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Obviously, that door is locked, as you can see. So we're taking the first open door on my left.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible.
Next up, I'm just gonna hug the wall here and just go into the vent. That's actually one of the easiest tricks in this run. Even though it doesn't look like it, there are other ledges where you can fall off easier. And now we're just turning off the narrator, and we are going to our next section, which will be quiet from now on, which is very nice.
I was actually just
Excuse me?
recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me,
okay.
all the absurd
Sure, whatever. So I guess it's not a tape recording then?
It was all just in
Do we have a third reader? Is there another person on stream?
No, but what we do have is a poll.
Oh, we do. We do indeed have a poll. So at one point we are going to be faced with a red door and a blue door. So if you are on the red team like Duncte is, vote red. If you're on the blue team like me, vote blue. Don't forget that every time you donate, you can put your donation towards amazing things like that poll, but also redeem rewards. So don't forget to just pull these things in here. Get something back for your donation.
And don't forget, Stoat will be reading out everything in the voice of the narrator.
Oh yes, okay, sure.
That's totally something we, agreed upon.
Well, actually, do you know, I can start by doing that because we got an $8 donation from Anonymous.
Ooh, go ahead.
They've contributed to the Where's Waldo hard mode incentive, and their donation messages.
Simply missed a memo.
There you go, that was the voice of the narrator. There was no donation message.
What does that mean?
Well, what does that mean, new content?
New content?
Let's see. So yeah, what is the Stanley Parable? If you don't know yet, here is the entire explanation of the game.
Keep your hands inside the car.
Of course, as usual.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside.
Hey, that's the door you just went through.
Adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
This is exciting. I'm very curious what this is going to be. I've never seen this
I'm
before.
very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Oh gosh.
It's so cool.
So far, it's an elephant.
Well,
Nothing special
relax,
yet,
narrator.
but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing
We got this.
adventure.
We're making history live on stream.
I know, right? Anytime?
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Or...
Oh, okay, there we go.
There we go. All right, finally. At
Let's
long last,
see
it's on
the
to
new content.
I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if
Oh, there we go.
Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
By the way, I'm pressing space. I can't jump.
Alright.
Very important.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Not first try. Let's see. There we go. So now we have taken the jump circle with us.
Is that it?
And every time
Surely
press
that's
space to
not
jump
all
is on
the
screen,
content.
our 36 jumps will count down. Meaning that if we run out of jump, we will
I have to
potentially
say,
softlock in some
initial
areas.
Impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators.
So it's just
and
very
jump
important to not have your hands on the spacebar.
For exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable.
So you're taking this jump circle with you. Is that the main speed tech that you'll be doing during the
Yes.
Oh, wait.
So normally you can't jump, of course, in Stanley Parable. But because we are able to jump, and at some sections the jump circle isn't loaded in, we will just have infinite jumps in those sections, and basically we will be able to go out of bounds unintentionally. And you know it's unintentionally because there's no narrator dialogue triggering when you do that.
Rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason.
And now
other
we're
than
just
to make
complaining
an
about
easy
bad
dollar.
new
And don't
content.
get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Game is a little bit outdated, you know.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too
But
much
it's fine.
anticipation around the new
Can I
content. I'm
leave, though?
afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations.
We're kind of locked in this room.
If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about.
Sure.
No frills, no gimmicks. Just
You know what's fun about speedrunning this game?
time together
At
like
some point
always.
you'll just remember the dialogue that the narrator says.
And it will play in your head
All the
before he
freaking
actually
time.
says it.
Like in cases like this. Psst, Stanley, come over here in the vent. I want to show you something.
Hey, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Very sus. Yes, I just did say that.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe
If you want to show your
turned out to
disappointment
be?
at that,
Well, it got me
everyone,
thinking
just
about
donate.
the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something
So now we're
special
just like
and
walking
tucked it
through
away
what
here where
is the
game's
memory zone.
developers won't find it.
And there's not much interesting
Just
going on
our
here. It is just optimal routing, cutting corners without hitting
I call it
collision.
The memory zone. It's where I've been
And
storing
finally
all my
we'll see
favorite
some interesting
memories
stuff
so
going
I can
on at the end of
relive
this.
the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
So just
Experiences
close
At
corners.
the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Like you see, I'm just
Stanley,
walking over the
doesn't
grass.
memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley?
And there you go,
Well,
count the narrator.
reviews of the
Now here's something fun
Stanley
about the
Parable.
jumping. I can
Like
still
the
jump, it's not
stunning
counting
triumph of
down.
games journalism.
But as you can see, if I
10
walk
out of
forward
10
and jump,
from
my momentum
Destructoid.com.
basically gets
James
stopped.
Stephanie Sterling
That's
writes, and I quote,
annoying and makes
"We're
a lot
so
of
many
jumps that
games
seem very
aspiring
trivial
more
very
than
hard.
games end up less than any form
But we're
of
gonna,
art.
you know,
Stanley
power through
Parable
it
strives
and keep trying until he finally
succeeds to be
succeeds.
every
So you
game
mentioned a jump
ever
counter there.
created.
You said you got
Did you
limited
hear that,
jumps with...
Stanley?
Only when the jump
Every
circle is
game
loaded
ever
in.
created. That's
So you'll
how
see press
grand
space to
and
jump.
all-encompassing
That's how we know
the
we need to
original
count the jumps.
Stanley Parable
Do you get any
was.
indication of how
It
many
was
jumps you got
literally
left, or is this
every
something you have to
game
keep
ever
track of?
created.
We're gonna
It was
guess.
Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was
I
all
tried
of them.
modding
And
the
now
in-game timers, since
it's
that's
nothing.
technically also a mod, but
It's
I
no
wasn't
games
able to
at
get
all.
access to that data.
It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's
So
just a
we gotta be
husk.
lucky and hope
Lifeless
that we don't
husk
use too
with
many
an
jumps,
hour of
but usually it's fine.
elevator content.
Like the route is pretty generous. Usually we end with like 10 jumps left at the end of it. So it's fine. Here's some stuff like a smiley face.
Richly stimulating commentary on the nature of
All this stuff doesn't have collision, so we can't climb on it, sadly.
Surprising and rewarding
But yeah, this is just like stuff from the demo and other stuff. You can like all look about it. If you want to read it, buy the game. Because there's so much to discover here, it's insane. Also, of course, references to a lot of other games, which is always fun.
Alone to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
And now we're going to intentionally softlock.
These were
Because we are too soon here, and the next line of dialogue does not trigger. And because it does not trigger, there's a door on our left that doesn't open. But luckily we're speedrunners, we can just climb up here and hope that I can make the jump in one go. Nope. Let's see, come on. There we go.
Nice, first time.
First time, every time. Don't softlock.
Honestly, I could
there we go, trigger the dialogue.
Game to full completion.
And as you can see, we're now out of bounds. How fun is that?
With his humor and dialogue.
That was one of the two jumps. The next one is even less forgiving.
Funny.
There we go.
Trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art.
And of course, you know, we're in the Steam reviews, where all the good reviews are blurred out and all the bad reviews take up all the space.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Okay, let's go.
While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games,
there we go.
Nice.
Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preaching.
We're gonna go around into the areas that they kept loaded in nicely for us.
I always will, to be honest.
Trying to stick close to the edges without falling off, because there's a fence here, and if that spawns in, we get locked behind the fence.
To get it to feel as light and airy as it, well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't.
It was almost walked into the void there.
Awful memory to have.
Again, these are like real Steam reviews, but fake usernames. So you can actually look these up. It's a lot of fun. Now we're just walking on water, as one does, and waiting for our next section. And I hope you have your plug text ready.
Oh, great! Is this my?
Yes, this is your time to shine.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you a question first. Okay. Why is the next section special?
It isn't.
Oh, it isn't.
No, it's just a lot of button spamming. Riveting gameplay, yeah.
We love pressing buttons. Well,
yes.
Why don't I give you an update on how the poll's doing?
Yes, of course.
So, at the moment we have Red is leading in the poll with a total of $91.55 donations. Blue is lagging behind. I can't see just exactly how much it is just yet. Blue's got $10. So,
Blue's got to win, guys.
Come on, Team Blue. What's going on?
You don't want to disappoint Stoat, do you?
No. You don't want to make Stoat cry.
Rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of
so yeah, I'm just.
This is the button.
This is the skip button. We're just skipping at a time. And to pass the time here, you know, what are we raising for again?
We got some skips. Well, we are raising for Alzheimer Fund, and all of your donations go straight to that charity. And you can get some wonderful things for it. So if I look at the potential rewards that you can claim right now, you can still claim event T-shirts. You can claim. Also event pullovers. We've also got some really nice gear from Logitech. So you can claim one of a limited number of items, including the G502X Plus mouse, the Lightspeed headset, that's still there, Yeti Studio mics, and also one cloud console.
Ooh.
And I might actually tell you a little bit of a secret.
Oh.
Do you want to hear a secret?
Sure.
Right, okay, so if you go to the Logitech store, you can use the code Speedrun for 10% off.
Ooh, that is a good deal.
Don't tell people
I won't tell anyone.
That from me.
No, that's our secret.
Yeah.
Nobody heard that.
Of course, in addition to rewards, you can vote on polls. So at the moment, we have the red-blue poll still going. When will that actually get used?
I'll tell you.
Okay.
It's near the end of the game.
I'm in the dark on this one. Yeah. And we're also very close, unless maybe I refresh this, maybe this is done already.
Where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoan, they scream.
Let's see, have we met the target? I believe we also met the target for the Where's Waldo hard mode upgrade. So that makes the game significantly more difficult for Sin and Yoka coming up after this run.
We like to see that.
The end is
the other targets that you can still put your donation towards, though, are the Sky Pillar Race, if you want to see that in Pokemon Sapphire. Also, the Glitched Trainer Battle. They're sitting at about $100, $200 out of $500. There's also the low-level boss fight for Saga Emerald Beyond. And what else is open right now? You can also choose the ending of Deus Ex Invisible War if you like.
That's fine, right?
Yeah, that's how it looked when you came in, right?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it did. Pretty sure it did.
Ooh, sunlight. Nice.
Huh. I thought it was 1 AM. Have we been here this long?
Yeah, we're skipping ahead of time. Skip button is a magical button.
Long run.
Yeah. Let me just quickly go touch some grass, as we are gamers. It's very important to touch grass. Especially with these temperatures today. Yeah, for the ones that don't know, it's going to be 33 degrees Celsius in Malmö today, and it's just perfectly just staying indoors weather. I'm not intending on going outside today.
This is actually the first time I've heard this. So.
Oh, it's on all the screens. Like, there are like several screens here that show the temperature, and it's just like 33 degrees, and I'm just like, no, please, no. Anyway, that was the last of the skip buttons. And now we go into this beautiful outside section where the sun is right there and the shadows go straight, slightly slanted straight down. This makes sense. Right?
Yeah, that looks about right.
Yeah. We're just going this way. Not really know what I need to do here. There's probably something I can do. I don't know. But I'm just walking.
Yeah. I've seen Dune. I know how this goes.
Right. We're playing Dune. I forgot. So we're just like keep walking, then find that popcorn bucket, and then defeat the monster that's inside of it. That's how Dune goes, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Any moment? Ooh, exciting stuff. So anyway, we're actually playing the Stanley Parable, if you didn't know that. And Stanley Parable takes place in an office building.
All of his co-workers were gone.
And, all of the co-workers are gone.
Stanley decided
and
to go
was
to
that
the
room
meeting.
always that dark?
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What is this? New content. What?
My sign. Yes, I have something
Okay.
very exciting to show you.
Give it to us, narrator. What do you have for us? A loading screen, apparently. Ooh, press space to jump.
Oh,
sure.
okay.
We'll do that. So that's 35 jumps. You're keeping count, right?
I am.
Okay,
I am.
Let's see how good your counting is.
Okay.
Disappointing this
I can do maths.
I can't, so I'm very happy that you're here.
Stanley Parable was a landmark.
So, the narrator's like upset. Oh no, the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe is terrible. And, so yeah, here's something better. Better than Ultra Deluxe.
What could be better than Ultra Deluxe?
Well, here we go.
For the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Of course, the Stanley Parable 2. Very nice exhibition here with a lot of stuff to discover. The number 2 written in every single language possible. A lot of references to other video games. If you want to check those out, again, go play the game for yourself because we don't have time for that. We are speedrunners.
So many possibilities. It could go in
And
so many
yeah,
different directions.
this way to the show
This is
floor.
what
Cool,
fans
let's go that
have
way.
truly been
The bus to
asking
new
for.
content.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite
Here's a little
nailed down what
box, so we're
exactly
just
the Stanley
gonna
Parable 2
jump
is
over
going to
there
be.
and do a little
Let's
jump
take a look at some of the
there.
features I've been
Actually
developing
skipping
for
the
it.
queue. I'm offended as a British
But if I
person.
can loosely
I don't care.
organize a handful of interesting concepts,
And then jump over
it's sure
here.
the game will sort of naturally spring up around them.
And now we're gonna do something fun.
Calling it the Stanley
We're gonna go
Parable
up the
2
stairs
is so
before
much
we're supposed to,
catchier than Ultra Deluxe
and try to trigger the ending before we're supposed to by taking the trigger outside.
But the Stanley
Let's see if we can do
Parable
it.
2. Now that's an artistic
And of course we're walking up the
statement.
railing because
Goodness, Stanley, this is
we're just gonna ignore what the narrator
I
wants.
hate to do this. No?
Exactly.
You're just going to ignore my advice?
And now comes the scary
Fine.
section.
No fun new content for you.
So I can fall off
then.
very
You're the one who
easily
spent
here.
Money on this game.
So the trigger sticks out of the building a little bit. So let's see if I can get it. Nope. You can hear the jump circle in the back.
So Stanley,
There we go.
what do you think?
We got it.
Do you like
Nice,
all
well
of the new
done.
features? Yes, I know it's not
And now we're just
exactly
walking
clear
down,
yet how exactly
and
these
we're on a
features will
timer
come
now
together
because
as
we
one
don't
single
actually have our
coherent
progression item
video
yet.
game, but
Because if we do this, we won't be able to finish the speedrun and finish the route we have. But that's fine. We're just gonna pick up our Figlies, our collectibles. And let's see, we have 22 jumps left. That is fine. For those who don't know, the jump circle is there in the corner. You can like slightly peek through the pillars and see how many jumps you have left.
In the Stanley Parable 2,
And 22 is plenty. I've done this with like 10 jumps remaining and barely gotten it.
Is that there will be no... well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on, let me do a different arrangement.
This isn't creepy at all. And now we need to wait. So if you have anything to say...
Well, I might as well tell you that the poll has not changed. Red is still leading by quite a long way. We would love to see more donations. You get to choose which of these doors duncte goes through. Don't waste that opportunity.
No,
I wish I could tell him what door to go through.
And for the ones that are wondering why we're not walking forward here, if we walk forward and trigger any other dialogue, the ending cutscene that's currently playing out of view will stop, and we softlock. Because we won't be able to go back, and we won't be able to do anything else here, which is annoying. But we got it, so we're just like waiting. So yeah, Alzheimer Funden.
Yes, Alzheimer Funden. They're going to do some amazing work with your donations. It's a very important cause. It's a cause that means a lot to us here. You can find more information about them at esamarathon.com.
Just the main website?
There's probably another web. What's the other website?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either. You said that like you knew.
I thought there was going to be like a / Alzheimer Funden or something.
We can find that out.
Ooh, finding stuff out live on stream, we like that.
Take a look.
Okay, here comes the Stanley Parable 2. Are you ready for the Stanley Parable 2?
I've never been more ready.
Okay, I have, to be honest.
Okay.
You know, I was super ready for Ultra Deluxe, but welcome to the Stanley Parable 2.
It looks a lot like the Stanley Parable 1.
Yes, but there's one crucial difference. I'll show you, right? We're going to the meeting room. For example, there's always new content. You know, it's Stanley Parable 2. But inside the meeting room, there's something really cool. And it's not the broom closet. It's my favorite ending, but we're not going to see it. Because in the Stanley Parable 2, you can jump. And jump over the table. Whoa! I know, right? Now we're going to do something fun, because this speedrun is suddenly a blind speedrun. We're going to take this collectible and then walk back up the stairs in this menu.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley.
That definitely sounds like stairs.
So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Oh, we're definitely... Oh, we're upstairs! Hell yeah. Let's do it another time. Then with this one.
Another miniature Stanley figurine.
So yeah, for some reason, if you pause, unpause, we're outside. Okay. You get like you get the controls back of the player. Don't know why that is.
Stanley figs. What about Stanlerines?
I think I'm in the corner.
I think I like
the most important part is that I don't walk into the boss office. Because again, cancels out the dialogue tree, and then we get softlocked on that screen.
His manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned
this is the
to
code.
discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
I said this is the code.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the...
And of course, you get punished for going too fast in this section, as is typical with the Stanley Parable.
The boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number.
It's almost like they hate speedrunners.
845.
There you go.
But incredibly, by simply
here comes collectible number 3.
Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
And don't worry about that. But if you listen closely, there's a collection sound.
He was sure of it.
Wait, someone following
if he
us?
checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them.
Nope, no one there.
It was only a matter of time.
We'll catch them sometime. So yeah, there's a randomizer system in this game. It's completely RNG. It's called Z-axis for some reason, and it can really mess you up because it can make the office twice as long as it usually is. And that's very unfortunate when it happens during a speedrun, but most of the time we get lucky because it's very rare that those events happen.
Stanley took the first open door on his
Again, we're back here. You know, we all know this section. you know, but instead of going around the boxes, we can just jump over now. I keep forgetting that we have this jump, so in earlier runs I was like, oh right, I could jump. Anyway, now it's time for our last collectible. Number 6 out of 6.
Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need.
And then we collect them all. And we get our reward.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
I know, right? Do you know what the reward is?
No.
It's something really cool.
Oh,
Stanley
yeah.
came to a set of 2 open
It's the best reward you'll ever get for any collectible.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
It was the journey we collected along the way.
No, it wasn't. I'm a completionist. It's just about the numbers.
Okay, that's fair.
6 out of 6. Let's go.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
This game
door
knows
on
you're
the
a
left.
completionist. It's already punishing you.
Stanley
How dare
was
you.
so bad at following
But yes, we're now going on our favorite platform.
Years ago.
Everybody knows this, right? Hello, Control P, you're over there.
We've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yes, we're currently going towards the area of the red and blue doors, but the incentive does not close yet.
No, so you still have time to get some
Yes.
donations towards either choice of red team, essentially, or blue team.
Hell yeah.
Which door are we going to go through?
I'm voting for blue team.
Are you that convinced
I appreciate that because your t-shirt says otherwise.
No, my t-shirt's a speedrun.
Yeah, oh,
I
so
really
it does.
do
Yeah.
want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
Oh, collect it and then restart the game. So yeah, now we have collected all 6 of them. And we're going back into the office. And press space to jump. I mean, sure, I'll press space to jump.
Stanley, I'm sorry.
There we go.
but I
We
have
have
put a
pressed
pause
space to
on
jump.
things. It's those figures.
And now we need to wait here a little bit because a portal will spawn here so that we can go through, and we don't want to get stuck behind
Wasn't
that.
it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
So yeah, you know, collecting is amazing. We collected all 6 of them. Here's our reward.
But won't you please indulge me with
Another memory zone.
Back to the memory zone.
Yes. We are now remembering the time Stanley found the collectibles.
just one more time.
Isn't that
times we had?
I know, right? So we're going down these stairs, which are always here, of course. And there it is, the first collectible.
Here's
Isn't
where
it
all
beautiful?
began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many.
And you see that little area right there? That's where you need to go.
Right there on the screen. But how could we know for certain?
I mean, what are you saying, narrator?
We'll never be like that again, Stan.
And of course, here's our second collectible that we collected. And you know, we can just collect that and continue.
I'll be honest, back then I had no faith in you to find any of them.
And next we go into this dark area, waiting for the dialogue to finish so that it's allowing us through.
Mundane, unremarkable ways.
What was next? Boss's bathroom, right?
Let's do it.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's definitely the order we did things in.
Yeah.
You found
Actually, no, let's turn around.
Stan, can you remember?
I'm not gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. No? I'm true. Okay. Here we go. We're just gonna walk on top of the curtains as nothing is happening. This is all fine, of course. And suddenly, we're in a pink room.
Let's see. What came next? Oh yes, we found a figly in this
Of
pink
course.
room. Oh, well, I can't
Best
actually
room
say
of the
I
game.
remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone. so it
And
must have happened.
unfortunately, here's when I'm gonna ask you to
This
close
was
the
the fifth
incentive.
one.
But
Okay.
I think I know the answer.
Something
You
special.
do well.
Well,
you pick the
let's
answer.
close in like a
I remember
minute.
it so
Yeah, okay.
We have a minute.
In fact,
60
because
seconds.
this one
60
is
seconds. Get your donations in now.
If you want to
I
change
needed
After this video,
memory
the door
occasion.
the duncte is going to go through,
great
I
video.
need you to vote on this poll. Oh, here we go.
Isn't this just amazing? Hell yeah, it's Mini Stand 5!
Wow.
We found it right there!
We did.
There it is, look! Holy crap! Hell yeah!
Is that us?
Guys, high five!
Ah.
Hell yeah! You found it near the cargo lift! Woo! And thanks for watching someone who has like thumbs like this. And of course, you know, the narrator made this video.
Narrator.
So yeah, you can
Stanley.
close the poll now.
Okay.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent
So,
a lot of time making that video.
unfortunately,
but
I'm
about
gonna announce
8 minutes
that
I wouldn't have spent on anything
Red Door
else.
won
Okay, then let's go.
with $91.
Congratulations, Red Door. So yeah, we are now going this way. There they are, the red and blue door.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last
course, the last collectible.
final figurine.
You know,
Right
we have
here
nice
was the red and
backwards.
blue doors.
Here we go, red door.
Can you say nice backwards?
In my mind. Perhaps because
Right.
it was the one
Enoch?
that happened more
Well,
recently
No,
than all the others.
Ekin?
Who
Ekin?
can
Ekin.
truly say
Ekin.
how
It's
the
nice
mind
backwards.
works?
Yeah.
All I know is
So yeah,
that
red
this
door.
is the moment where you picked up a figure.
You know,
and I
narrator
thought to
got a yap.
myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
There we go, through the
Whoa.
red door. And we are coming up to the present.
And then
It's
there was no
quite
more,
old thing.
because we've caught up.
There it
to
is,
present
the end.
moment.
Huh.
Nothing
The end
left to
finally
do but
is
move
the end.
forward into the
And we're now
future.
going into a
Goodbye,
loading
everyone.
screen. And when that loading screen finishes, that is when time is. Already, it's going so... What?
No,
What's going on?
No, I'm not
What?
done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen.
I guess not
then.
then?
Stay here,
Okay,
keep enjoying these figurines. Let's just go.
We're going back now,
We'll
okay.
do the memories and
Let's
again
take
from
the blue door
opposite
this time.
direction. See
oh.
how that feels.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Haha, I
The
tricked you
room
all
with
into
the red
donating.
and blue doors. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at.
So
in
yeah,
our
we're just going
initial
backwards
tour of
into memory zone.
This one.
Here's
is
a
the
fun
most
fact about the
distinctly
collectibles.
clear
They
in my
have
mind.
a
Let's keep
collision.
going, I want more.
And while
here's
right
where I
now
made
it
that
doesn't really
video.
matter.
Don't you remember the
It's like,
video we
I
watched?
can't go through until I collect it. Oops.
Yeah.
Let's just collect it.
I love that video.
But yeah, in a later section, they will be blocking my way until I picked up the collectible.
Still don't remember the pink room.
The best part of
Still no memory
the
of
Stanley
this one.
Parable is,
Good room,
as somebody
though.
who's
A
not
solid
seen the
room.
Ultra Deluxe version before,
Mm-hmm.
I can't really distinguish what is speed tech versus what is actually script.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here
Ah,
in the
long
boss's
dialogue.
bathroom. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them.
So we're currently getting dialogue out of
So
order. It's
crystal
great,
clear
isn't
in
it?
your memory, But I shouldn't be surprised. After all,
But yeah,
science tells us that it's impossible.
You know,
to
climbing the
forget your
curtain
third
obviously
time
is speed
doing
tech. Anything jumping related to speed tech.
This was our
let's-
second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes,
But
I
if
remember
there was
it too.
any game where it would be
The past is
believable to
truly
go
a
out of bounds in the main room,
Why does
it would be
anyone
the Stanley
ever choose to
Parable.
leave it?
I mean, you can do
Keep
that.
going. This is it. The very
Right?
first one we found.
Yeah.
In the exhibit
There is an
where I
ending there.
introduced you to
Oh,
the
that's true,
figure
there
room.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
I want more
They accounted for
memories,
it.
Stan.
Exactly.
I want to keep going.
Good job, you
What
made it
else
to the
is
bottom
there?
of the
What
mind
came
control
before
facility.
this?
He doesn't know what I'm talking about. It's amazing. We have 6 jumps remaining. Very good.
Look, it's the terrible new content that we were originally sold on.
There
I
we
remember hating it
go.
back then, but time does
Our
pass.
lovely
Yes,
2
the
doors.
2 doors. Who could have forgotten that?
I love the
Classic
2
memory,
doors.
this one.
And now we are back into our office.
And before
Our office.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We can't jump.
Nice.
was there
We
something
used
that
all of our
came before
jumps.
your office?
Hey, that's a
There's
good thing,
something I
right?
feel like I can remember.
I hope
I can
so.
remember. I can remember.
But yes, the narrator is remembering something. Some
Yes,
deep lore
I'm
right now.
remembering something now. I remember before this whole story got started. Back then, I was different. I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision.
Anyway, we're just gonna ignore that and reboot the game. Don't worry about that, it's fine. Because we are now working our way towards the actual ending of the game. For once, the Stanley Parable has an ending.
Wow.
Yes.
And we're going to see it.
Yes, we're gonna see it! Because you only need the collectibles and what we're gonna do right now. What time is it?
I believe...
It's 11:59 p.m.
Yes, it's 11:59 p.m.
Yes, we're skipping.
course.
Hang on. Before we get started, can I say something? Thank you for exiting the clock both times you boot up the game. Blah, text. I can't read that fast. I'm just spamming through it. Can you read that fast?
Sure. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game, go ahead and pick whichever time you want. All right, I'll let you get back to the video game now.
But I won't. So yeah, we're gonna go through all this dialogue that is in the beginning of the game, and all of these choices we can make, and then we unlock something very cool, the actual ending. But do you know what my favorite time is?
What?
Guess.
Is it 10:34?
No, it's 11 p.m.
Oh, 11 p.m.
My favorite time of day.
Of course.
We love times that are fast to input. How accurate is it? You know what? Just setting stuff. It's very good to collect data. Google agrees. Ooh, we're gonna get more sliders.
Oh, I want some sliders.
Are you ready for new sliders?
Yes, absolutely.
Then let's reboot the game and get some more sliders. Also, this is why we use all the jumps. The moment you reboot the game, that glitch doesn't persist anymore, and, you know, jump is gone. And this is just the most boring section of the entire game. Just rebooting sliders, rebooting sliders, rebooting sliders.
I don't know. This is peak gameplay.
True. They are friends enough. Okay. That's number 9. It's good enough that there's only one correct answer here.
Okie boinkle.
Okie boinkle. No. Yes? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Definitely. Nah. Absolutely not. And now we are doing a final reboot, I think. I think this is the final one. It's always a little bit of a guess. It's like, yes, this is the final one, or we're gonna get more sliders.
We're gonna find out.
Only one way to find out, indeed. But first, developed by Crows, written by this guy named Davey. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course not, they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers, sure. You've just the game settings, who hasn't? It's just what they do, like a job. And now the job is over. And there's no information. They collect all the data, and they still don't know me, and I don't know them. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. The clock doesn't do anything, by the way. There's no the next time starts. But video games are meant to be played alone. I like being... hello, people. I'm alone, by the way. It's time for them to leave. Time. Perhaps I'll see them again if I can find them. Talk soon.
Bye.
Bye. And now, if I did everything correctly, on the Stanley Parable 2 main menu, we are going to get the epilogue.
Woo!
And actually, here's something for you to do, right? I want to for you to hold the W key.
Okay.
Yeah,
now?
Press and hold it, right?
Okay.
Because this is the epilogue. It's very important that you do exactly as I told. Because it's super important speed tech.
Okay.
Because right now we have many, many years later. And
this is not scripted, by the way. This is we did not discuss
he doesn't know what's going on. Okay,
I don't know what's going to happen.
Right there's a trigger. Just keep going. Bye.
Okay. He's gone. Hey, I'm speedrunning live. See, I can't go and get him because I cannot take my finger off the W key. I hope we'll find out what time is. Oh, I walked into a campfire. This is a quality content on stream too that you get right here. Somebody who doesn't know a game speedrunning it. There will actually be another run like that. Somebody is doing a speedrun demo. I can't remember what the game it is, but we're going to have a first-time speedrunner live learning how to speedrun a game. I bonked on some chairs. This is not optimal. You can see I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing that duncte told me to do. Is this an elaborate setup?
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, hi!
Long time no see. Yeah, you cannot go now.
I'm just speedrunning a game.
Yeah. So fun part about all those levels you just saw, everything was on a timer.
Great.
Except for this. This is where the actual speed tech is required.
Okay, good. And I was so worried that I wasted 2 seconds by bonking into a chair in a campfire.
Nope, everything was on a timer. As is usual, you know, very Stanley Parable. Yes, now we are going back into the memory zone. We are remembering the Stanley Parable 2. And there's a lot to read here. Again, if you want to read that, either pause the stream and enhance, or buy the game. Because there's a lot of lore that's just getting dumped here, just out of nowhere. There it is, there's like a Cookie Nine's blog from the skip button person.
Wow.
Yeah, there's just casually some more lore dumping there. Here, more lore being dumped. You know, Stanley Parable developers, no more spin-offs, no more sequels. A lot of buttons you can press. If you don't know what those are, don't worry about it. Let's go into here where we follow. And this is where I told you where it matters that those things have collision. We need to pick up 2 of these. To pick up that one and that one. And now we are going into our final section of the game. This is the actual final section of the actual speedrun. No more fake outs on time. Time. Well, not yet.
No.
Hello again!
Hey!
It's nice to see you!
Oh, they're back!
Yeah, no, it's terrible. There will never be another preserve the integrity of the franchise. What nonsense! You know, the Stanley Parable is not sacred. We don't need to protect it. Let's screw the legacy. Let's keep making him do the sun explodes into the mud and back. Who hated it? Who cares? You know, that's the narrator's problem. He was obsessed with what people thought. Don't make his mistakes. Don't let the legacy burn. We're gonna make the Stanley Parable 3.
Whoa.
Simply all we do is change the number on the screen, and we need a really dumb subtitle. Grilled square, I love it. Grilled square, it's amazing. And every time we restart, increase it by 1, and that way the Stanley Parable will never end, and nothing in the game will change, I swear. You know, it's a Stanley Parable guarantee that nothing will change. Yeah, let's do it.
That sounds good to me.
Which, you know, obviously is definitely the truth if you know the Stanley Parable. You know, also, yeah, here's how you get the test achievement. The achievement machine is now fixed, so if you play the game again, you can now, you know, fake out the narrator. It's like, haha, I have the achievement now. I'm ready. Okay, are you ready? Time is coming up. We have confirmed. We adjusting the time and time. And I think we just got a donation.
Nice. Let's have a look.
Yes. Welcome to the Stanley Parable 3.
We do. We have a $73 donation from Jim. Thank you so much, Jim. Donor message is $1 per jump. You have neg 37 jumps remaining.
Thank you very much, Jim, and thank you all for being here. Shout outs to the Stanley Parable community who are all crazy as hell, and I love you all. Thank you for ESA for allowing me to run this game. And if you want to see more of the stupid things I do, there's this website I run called Oangus. You know, silly project, nobody uses it. And that's all for me. You'll probably be back hosting.
Great, I will. I will be back with that hard mode Where's Waldo very soon, but we're going to go to intermission, so catch you then.